Buttons depressed.
Moo.
Moo. Cutting it a wee close, aren't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Zoom. There he is.
Don't know what you're talking about. Button should be depressed.
Buttons are sad.
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And no other frickin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are. Two idiots who misinterpret the news so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz, and a big thanks to Hemnu and a raid with 11 folks. Welcome, everybody joining us from Hemnu stream. We'll talk to you about that in a minute. Take it away.
Oh, whoops. I forgot to hit the go live button. Whoops.
Whoops.
Welcome, everybody, to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news, and my allergies kick my ass.
I know all about that.
Yeah. Oh.
Caffeine. Hey, long time no see.
Caffeine. Hello. But yes, giveaways are open. If you are a Shroud player and you're looking for a streamer bundle, you need to go to twitch.tv/NBNN News and twitch.tv/Cinesist and bang bundle me, then turn around and go back over to Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN news, and bang, I love free shit for the Steam key giveaway. Then come back over to my side, twitch.tv/Cynicized, and bang the bouquet.
Bang it.
Because you need to bang it.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yes,
Welcome.
Now we're live. I
Welcome
forgot
to
click the
today's
live
show,
button.
boys and girls. It is Hump Day, Wednesday, November 19th, 2025, here inside Outside Shroud of the Avatar. And we have a new morning show on the air these days.
Yes, we do. All right.
Is,
You're referring to some breakfast, morning coffee?
Morning coffee
Himnu?
with Hemnu. That's right. Absolutely.
And that is Himnu Lightbringers stream, where he goes live every Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time, and streams his morning activities in Shroud of the Avatar, working crafting skills, mainly like mining, masterworking, and enchanting. As first and foremost, Himnu is a UBB smith first and foremost. They'll also be streaming on Sundays that there's no auction between 10 and 1 Eastern. On the second Sunday a month, there's an auction. They will be streaming as well.
On the 2 Sundays.
And one of the 2 Sundays, yes. The second and last Sunday of every month, starting at noon Eastern and ending with when the final auction item is closed out. The only giveaway on auction days will be the main giveaway for a streamer bundle. For those giveaways, type in bang more coffee to be entered into the giveaway and must play Shroud of the Avatar to receive the prize, which is a streamer bundle, 2 rares. Himnu changes the item daily, so stay tuned, and must be on at the time of the giveaway to claim the prize by responding in chat, or he will draw a new wiener. Every sub, he will roll a 100 Kodo giveaway. Every 300 bits will trigger a roll of the dice for a 100 Kodo giveaway as well. Every level of hype train will trigger an additional giveaway, and for 200 Kodos for level 2, 300 Kodos for level 2, 400 Kodos for level 3, and so on. They will continue to grow by 100 Kodos for every level of the hype train. And just by joining and watching his channel, you will be acquiring UBB tokens, which are the channel points, and turn in UBB tokens to get the following Twitch emotes, Shroud of the Avatar items. The Grandmaster UBB Smith crafted gear for Shroud of the Avatar. And the morning coffee with Himnu is going live today at 10 a.m. Eastern. In today's giveaway, 2 streamer bundles at the end of today's stream. So don't forget, more coffee to enter this giveaway.
More coffee.
Caffeine, I am not. This is allergies.
Allergy.
So far, I am on Benadryl, Zyrtec, and Claritin.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not working yet. Later today, I do have a delivery of Allegra. So hopefully,
it's not good to mix all that shit.
Huh?
It's not
What's
good
it going to do?
mix
Kill
all
my
that
kidneys?
Shit. Oh, I'm telling you, you are going to be so dry later on. It's going to be ridiculous. First off, the floodgates are going to open up. Then you're going to be dry. But it's probably what's happening right now.
Well, it's not working yet. So
I take 2 Benadryl, give it about an hour and a half, and then I'm usually good. But that's just me. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hydrate with rum, 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 rum.
No. Thankfully I still have my taste buds, so I can taste my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Indeed.
Yeah. So
You should really try zero sugar cherry Dr. Pepper.
nope. Nope. Stuff's bad. I don't like the fake cherry taste. Give me the old school cherry syrup in the beverage.
All right, take some cherry syrup and
You
pour it into your
mean
Dr.
grenadine?
Something like that.
Anyway, yes, welcome Hemnu to the streaming ranks. And again, he made affiliate just the other day, so congrats to him. And again, wish you many years of luck in your streaming career. And if I can tell
Oh,
you
absolutely.
one thing and one thing only, stick to your
Consistency.
schedule. That's right, consistency.
Yeah.
Stick to your schedule. Your supporters, your subscribers, your regular viewers will thank you forever in the long run for always being there when you say you're going to be there. It's the one thing that we learned early, and the one thing that I point to as part of our real continued success is that we have never changed our time slot. We have stayed consistently in the lunch slot where we've been since we started, and we did our first 6 months to nobody except talking to ourselves, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden we had an audience, and the rest, as you all know, is history. Over 10 years plus now, 5 days a week, except for those days where we're not here, because occasionally we do take some time off, which was also going to include a long break for this upcoming Christmas holiday. But we'll tell you
Because
about that.
nothing's going to be developed during that time.
Well, not even that. Just the holiday falls in a weird cadence this year.
Yeah.
And, with me traveling like I always do to go see family, and the way for the New Year's falls, it just doesn't make sense to do one show, then take off, and then come back and do one show, and then take a weekend off. So we're just going to extend it all the way across the board. We'll tell you about that next month when we get to it. So don't be sweating it now. Plus, most of y'all will probably be what's the word I'm looking for? Interacting with your own families and having your own things to do during that time, so you won't miss us too much. But I know when we come back in January, you guys are going to be like, thankfully, sorry, you're all back. Because you'll be dying to get away from all the family stuff after all that. That's right, Zealot. Yeah, we aren't allowed to have lives, Actually, this last hiatus is probably the longest break we've ever taken. But again, real life comes first. Had to take care of my dad, and he's doing great. So, yeah, is when things like that occur, it's pretty much out of our hands, and we do what we got to do, and then we get right back to it. But speaking of getting right back to it, you want to talk about some cloud PC methods?
Um.
Because this guy was pushing an agenda, and then, yeah.
Then okay, so cloud PC methods, because Shawana Apon wants to do the GeForce Now exists. So do other cloud gaming platforms. Does anyone know a good method? And that Sean guy, I've used Shadow PC before. It works well enough, and the graphics are better than my local machine can do. It's just more than a cloud gaming platform, so the cost is more.
Yes. Now, he doesn't go into a whole lot of specifics as anyone know a good method that,
Yeah.
sort of tells me, well, let's see, he actually has his specs there. Latitude 5330, 16 gigs of memory, 12th generation.
Ooh, onboard graphics.
Yeah, that's the laptop. That's why, because he's playing on a laptop.
Yeah.
And why he's running Windows 11 Enterprise on a laptop makes absolutely no sense.
Well, maybe it's his corporate computer.
Yeah, maybe it's yeah, never mind. Anybody running Enterprise on a laptop usually doesn't have a legit license, but that's just my 2 cents.
Might be a corporate laptop.
Corporate doesn't give you enterprise versions for laptops. Come on, man, you know better than that. What version of Windows did your company give you? Let me ask you that. I guarantee it's
let's
not
just
enterprise.
say my company runs on the Shroud of the half-assed policy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because my CEO purchases the laptops at Costco. Okay.
Yeah. Like most companies do. They buy them on shoestring budgets and do as little as they can to actually pay for them.
Yes, and I did have to upgrade all of those licenses from Home to Pro.
Yeah.
But if I worked for a larger company, then I would definitely have Enterprise because of the licensing agreement.
But the next topic, which gets to the NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Same thing, different thread. Because it's also by Shauna Owen. Could the developers please make it where this game will run on the NVIDIA GeForce Now stack? Would open the game to many others that way. For those who don't know, using GeForce Now makes it where you can run most anything on a crap machine as long as you have a modern browser. You can play random games that are on Steam and other platforms. You can even do this on a Chromebook. All games on a remote machines using this method, but the machines are all standardized, so less troubleshooting when figuring out what went wrong. And I've looked into this, and apparently all the devs need to do is flip a switch for install to play. To get the full listing, a normal listing, they would need to contact NVIDIA. Ravalox. There's much more to it than that. Using install to play does not optimize the game for GeForce's desired SLA and may have performance issues, which is a bad look for GeForce and the game being played. A service game, such as ours, applies patches on a regular basis. We patch on average 3 times a month currently. That's to open and close sales there, Ravalox, because you can't figure out how to do it on the back end. Yes, and Soda was never optimized. And we can't even update Unity from 2018. Yes, and Caffeine, just like Zeke foretold, it's a browser-based game.
It's a browser-based game.
Yes. Once a patch is published, they cannot allow you to play even on the existing on any of their servers. If you did try to log in at that condition, the game will block your login, load you into separate instances, or have unexpected behavior that could impact your character in a negative way. Companies such as Activision, Blizzard, ZeniMax, Bethesda have pulled their games from service, in part for the reasons above, but in addition for others as well. This was brought up in 2020, and after checking, I found that the same issue persists. So we will not be opting into their service.
I.e., it involves work.
Requires work that we do not know how to do. Yes.
Yeah, now, is again, he's talking about even running it on a Chromebook, which lets me think that he's probably running a Chromebook. and wants to do those. Who mentioned it running on the Steam Deck? Yeah,
Steam Deck. Yeah, we know it works on the Steam Deck
Yeah,
because several people have done that.
Yeah, but Steam Decks are optimized for Steam game play through Valve. So, I mean, that's a different story altogether. Yeah. He's honest. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Honest in so many words that, it's probably a lot easier than he just made it sound. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
It's like the Twitch drops that he's been talking about for years and years and years. Lots of other people can do it. Why we can't do it? Don't know, don't care. I don't care for Twitch drops to begin with because they're more of a pain in the ass than anything else. We've tried them in other games. You remember the car racing game? They used to have drops. And trying to get to the drops consistently just was really a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Linnea says, I always said it should be able to run on a potato. Yeah. Caffeine. Brand new games do Twitch drops. Heck, even indie titles. Yes.
Well, I mean, they know what marketing is. They know how to do things, and they hire a team that is going to be responsible for doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan of them whatsoever. So I could care less whether we ever see them. I can care less whether we ever implement them in this game. And, again, I think we've got something a little better, which is just keeping up the way we do it. I think people would prefer to get free games than silly stuff that they'll never use after they, get it as a drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's just my 2 cents. I think we offer up a lot better than Twitch drops when it comes to the game keys we provide as regular prizes. So. What does he got there? What have you got there, Hemnu? Potato PC. Okay. Yeah, leave it up to Linus to come up with that one. Absolutely.
Yes.
But anyway, moving right along. What are we going to talk about next?
We are going to talk about the sun's movement in planetary bodies.
The sun's movement and planetary bodies. The sun
The rate
moves?
the sun moves at, yes, it does, is not constant. It's at its slowest point at noon and its fastest at midnight. Does anyone know what this rate change is? Is it using Kepler's law based on some faux elliptical orbit? Or can any devs weigh in on this? And also seems to affect crafting times too from Psycho. It's Megatron. I never noticed this. I recall a change long ago where the time periods, dawn, morning, were all the same length, but there was a change to make them more uneven for a purpose I do not remember. Maybe balancing sun and moon buffs. Anyway, I wonder if the sun's motion is tied to those uneven periods. I believe the change was made because people were complaining that night lasted too long. All 15 minutes of it?
Yeah, I think it's always
it did
been
feel that way
15
for a
minutes,
game,
right?
Yeah. Now the setting sun is the most westerly around 50 minutes past the hour and the most easterly around 10 minutes past the hour, so about 40 minutes of day and 20 minutes of night. you observe a moon dial at 30 minutes past the hour, you'll see that the sun is creeping along very slowly, while at the top of the hour, midnight in game, it's moving a lot faster. The time periods were modified to fit into this new rotation model window.
So we got some Shroud math here.
I think I believe the sun speed is 1.75 times at midnight and 0.25 at noon. This would place the sun exactly halfway between the midnight and noon at 10 minutes past the hour, and again on the other side at 15 minutes past the hour, which is what I observed on the moon dial. Some Rust code to prove it. Result is 0.5 for 10 minutes past the hour, 0.65 is blah, 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 blah. The reason I needed to figure this out is because I believe the celestial bodies are tied to the Kabbalists follow the same acceleration pattern. After careful observation, it looks like the celestial bodies accelerate through principles halfway between valor and justice, and decelerate through chaos halfway between truth and love, although the velocity multiplier appears to be different, 1.5x for principles and 0.5x for chaos. After more observation, it appears that the planetary bodies speed up through principles and chaos and slow down through the rest of the cosmos.
After further evaluation, it has no effect on anything whatsoever, so I don't know why you're really bothering yourself trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it exactly he's after?
Everything.
Yeah. A recording error. What the hell?
Yes.
What happened? Oh, I know what happened. My damn cat just happened. He was just over here and probably knocked this loose.
Oh. Well, if only they actually had additional rotation to where things were done different seasons in the game as well. So you would actually have a spring and winter solstice throughout. But yeah, Shroud of the consistency, Shroud of the half-assed. Because, yes. What are you trying to do?
Trying to figure out why. I'm wondering if the password expired
On what?
on my password to my NAS box.
Oh.
Yeah, something's not right. That's probably what it was. Something's not right. Oh well, I'll figure it out. But I've just never had this problem in the middle of a show. It happens, at different times. Let's see, try it this way. Yeah, problem with the network. Yeah. All right, no big deal. And what was that alert that we just had? That was...
Boobs.
Can you read that name? Glide
What?
Stellar?
I want to see the upgrade. Combat. Yes. I want to see the Unity update, combat, crafting, balance, new dungeons, raids. But with this number of devs, it's likely to take decades. Well,
Clyde, welcome to the stream.
there is more to it than
Sid.
that. There's also
Sid Stellara. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you for the follow.
Deloria. There's more to it than that because there are some games that are developed by a single developer that has vision about what they're developing. The problem is we don't actually have a programmer on staff to actually write the code that would be necessary for several of these steps, including things like the Unity update and replacing shaders, things like that. So we don't have any kind of person that's able to do that. Rav can do a little bit of it. That's why he spent 4 months on a lava dungeon that
Doesn't work.
and is not in the game.
Does not have
We got
Yes.
this coming from Katumi's here. If you want to bring that up real quick.
Hold on. Time of the day, page 82.
Dynamic
is
Sky Dome.
done. Yes. Page 82, using Unity profiling. Updated Unity 5.5 to get this error, time of day, blah, 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 name. Yeah, so it's using the dynamic Sky Dome asset.
So, yeah, if you really need to dig into that, Bergen, there you go. There's your answer.
Yes.
There is your answer. But for that answer, I have a solution. It's called picking a winner.
And the wiener is going to be Ebertrexicum, who is not on the lot right now. Congratulations to Eber.
Caffeine!
Ooh.
Caffeine, you are my wiener. Congratulations. As I reopen that.
And Selenia, remember, we were 1 month away from the Unity upgrade. The last we heard. And then Devil Cult went to work for Chris's new company and never came back.
Any luck?
Oh,
Who's that?
Who's got any luck?
Me, I got bad luck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Maynard. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
my mic is open, obviously. I cratered a computer, man. Turned it into a paperweight.
Oh, well, how'd you do that?
I have no idea. But it's doing some weird shit. So now I've got to drive 100 miles.
Cleaning fans?
Excuse me.
Cleaning fans? Do you need to clean the fans or something on it?
No.
Like dust bunnies?
My stuff's clean.
Oh, okay.
It just started wigging out. It cut on and off.
Oh, well, that sounds like the same problem Lomir had, which was your thermal paste is probably dried out, causing you to short out your processor. I would start there.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got some paste. I definitely start there. That's
Yeah,
an easy fix.
And again, that's why I suggest starting there. That's what was happening with Lomir. He would turn it on, it would work, and then all of a sudden it would just stop. And he tried power supplies. He tried new motherboards. He didn't try new motherboards, did you, Lomir?
Well, I bought one. I'm going to upgrade later.
Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah,
And
he
I
was
forgot to
doing
open it,
everything
yeah.
else. Yeah, check, pull that heat sink off. Check your paste, clean it up, put some fresh paste on it, and then give it a try. Get back to me. Tell me if that help solve your problem.
All right, I will. I've got it sitting in the corner right now because I had to pull one of my other ones out and put in place of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a good thing I've got 5 backups.
I got a closet full of them.
I know. You upgrade. Well, I don't upgrade. I just get a new one.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. My old machine is actually sitting down next to my new machine here, so if I really ever had a problem with this one, all I'd have to do is throw all the plugs over there and I can go back to my old machine. But I've upgraded all the other machines around me and I just take them and put them on a shelf. So if I ever need them, I just unshelf them, put them back, in case I ever need them, and they're all fully loaded, ready to go. But anyway, give that a
Mine's
try.
all mine's online. I will, man. Thanks.
Not a problem.
And if it works, I'm not giving Lomir any fucking credit.
No, you give me all the credit.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
You send me $1.280.
Lomir, cheesehead.
All right. Anyway,
All right, guys, continue on.
next
We don't know where we're
topic,
going.
because Bergen really has a problem with
Really?
time.
Because the Moon Eater skill actually subtracts from lunar light hours. Well, eats the moon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And see this thread. PSA, the Moon Eater skill is actually detrimental. Are we going to read that thread?
Is that all he had on there?
Well, I mean, he's pointing to another thread.
I understand
Econdis
that.
comes back with, I can't wrap my head around this one.
Yeah.
And sorry, I didn't see your response. I'll try to explain better. The lunar orbit is exactly 7 real-world hours. That means the moon is up for 3.5 hours and down for another 3.5 hours. Moonrise always happens 15 minutes past the hour, and moonset always happens 45 minutes past the hour. The Moon Eater skill is supposed to provide extra time for moon up so that you can get your moon skill bonuses longer. For instance, moon worship provides extra dexterity while the moon is up. However, the Moon Eater skill actually reduces the time the moon is up, so moonrise happens sometime later than 15 minutes past the hour, and moonset happens sometimes before 45 minutes past the hour, reducing the amount of time that those extra skills have extra benefits. On a separate but related note, the exact extra time provided by the Moon Eater skill is the same skill as the extra solar time provided by the Sun Eater skill, but the lunar orbit is 7 times as long as the solar orbit. So even if the Moon Eater skill was working correctly, it would still not be worth the experience points to get a few extra minutes from a 7-hour period. Honestly, you completely lost me there. How is the lunar orbit with 3.5 up and 3.5 hours down 7 times as long as the solar orbit, which I would guess would be 12 hours up and 12 hours down? Would not in a 24-hour day the Sun Eater bonus apply once, divided by 2 for half before Moon Eater bonus lasts 3 times, 7, 14, 21? The solar orbit is 1 real world hour, 30 minutes, and 30 minutes up, 30 minutes down, while the Sun Eater skill at 100, you get 12.5 minutes of extra sun benefit, so 42.5 minutes up and 17.5 minutes down. The extra lunar time is the same, 12.5 minutes at skill level 100, but the lunar cycle is 7 real world hours. Huh? Just to reiterate, the main point of this bug report is that the extra lunar time is actually subtracted from the time that the moon is up instead of being added to the time that the moon is up.
Interesting. Can we
Shroud
say
math.
Can we say too
Shroud
much
math?
time on one's hands? I mean,
Well, I mean,
okay, so let's see. The Moon Eater skill is actually detrimental, which This first topic was posted when this was.
March. We talked about it back in March.
Yes, okay. And he's still on it in October.
Well, it hasn't been addressed.
Yeah. And the same thing, March. So March 11th on that one. And oh, so he posted both of these the same day.
Oh. Yeah.
So Moon Eater skill is actually detrimental.
Yes. Oh man. The shroud math.
Yeah.
I need more drugs. I really do.
Okay, I gave you the segue. You totally missed it.
What?
PSA, the Moon Eater skill is actually detrimental.
Moon Eater skill would be of questionable value, considering it only affords a handful of additional in-game hours versus the lunar orbit of 168 hours in-game hours. If it worked correctly, however, the lunar light additional hours are actually subtracted from the time that the moon is up. Where do you see that it's subtracted instead of adding to the normal time of the moon? In the skill description for me at skill level 69, I see plus 3.5 lunar light additional hours, and at level 89, plus 4.5 lunar light additional hours. That display is the same as the comparable sun skill, where I can see plus 2.3 sun additional hours at level 46.
By the
I was
way,
adding what?
did you guys pull the bundles?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I only have 3 people in on mine. People have not done Bang bundle me. I was a little slow to reopen it. And we did it right at the butt of the hour today, Lomer.
Right at the
Okay.
You're slacking though.
Damn. Yes. I was adding Moonrise and Moonset to Coda and discovered the issue while testing that my avatar Barragan has 120 moon worship plus 12 dexterity while the moon is up, and had 100 Moon Eater plus 5 light additional hours. The plus 5 hours equates to 12.5 minutes real time. So I should have received the buff for 6 minutes and 15 seconds before moonrise. This didn't happen, nor at moonrise. I got the extra dexterity around 6 minutes after moonrise. I dropped the Moon Eater skill, and the next time I got the buff right at moonrise. I verified this behavior using offline where I could set the skill. I just need to check when the buff is dropped, but that event won't occur for an hour. Edit verified that the Moon Eater skill also causes the buff to be dropped early. Oopsies. Rinaldi, if I remember correctly from Portalarian stream ages ago, I think the bonus hours are supposed to be split, such that half are added before moonrise and the other half added after moonset. That is what Barragan explained in the post above. So if you have a bonus of plus 5 hours, night hours, it extends the duration of the bonus plus 2.5 hours before sunrise and stop 2.5 hours after moonset. So the splitting of the hours does seem to be true, but based on your testing, you are subtracting rather than adding to them. Good catch, Barragan. Link to the bug report. Woohoo! On a side note, since the lunar orbit is 7 days, the buff time should be 7 times what it is now. That way, over the course of 7 game days, you would be getting the same amount of buff from Moon Eater as you would from Sun Eater. Wow, good find.
Good find.
I agree with Rinaldi. It's 50% before and 50% after. However, if it's subtracting these hours versus adding them, that needs some urgent attention. Sun Eater seems to be working correctly. I think the problem here might be that the top of the hour is always midnight, but lunar high noon is always at the top of the hour. So it's completely opposite. Shroud math. Yes, requires research. What the fuck? Your GM character is at 200 Sun Eater? Wow.
I'm going to guess that was edited with Coda.
Offline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Offline mode. Yeah. But yes. Stuff. Shroud math that still hasn't been fixed. Why? Because it takes someone to actually understand programming to fix this. In math. Change that positive to a negative. That negative to a positive. Woo! Hard.
Interesting. Anybody
Yeah.
else have problems with that? Or is it just the one person who's really anal about trying to get their extra buff?
Well, how many people actually pay attention to the in-game skills?
Again, I've never gotten that in depth to even worry about that. Again, I know that daylight's 45 minutes. Darkness is 15 minutes. Although
15.
they're saying 20. Whatever it is. Oh well, big deal. And again, you're supposed to get this, that, the other thing. I never considered Sun and Moon to be really viable, great skills to work with in this game to begin with, so really never had to worry about figuring out the shroud maths of it all, or even worrying about the shroud maths of it all,
Is that because skills don't really work as well as they should?
Yes. You want things to actually work properly, you mean?
Yeah. Like if you blind someone, it should really
blind them?
Work. Yeah. It's where they start going random directions and doing all kinds of random shit, but it never happens.
Working as intended, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you sort of miss the silly commentary from a certain owner developer who would give you this shroud math and just make your mind wobble going, really?
Well, and then be very confused by his own shroud math, yes.
Yes. And he go back and mess with it again and then break it. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Absolutely. Broken as intended.
Yeah, broken as shroud math is.
All right, what else we got on tap? You need another topic?
Ways. Did we cover the difference between content and quality of life releases?
Yeah, we did that at the end of the show yesterday. Just
okay.
Yeah, because if you look at the upcoming events calendar, it's just QOL, 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 QOL,
QOL, QOL. Yes.
All right. Let's try this one. I'll give you this one for because I can understand sort of why people want this.
I'm not sure what is the actual point of controlling a control point. There is no objectives gained from it, and they are used for nothing but XP grinding as far as I can see. I would like to see a change made to them, more in line with other games, and turn them into champion spawns. Entire party must enter together when the point is triggered. After the event is triggered, if you leave, you cannot re-enter until it's back to red. And if you were late, you'll have to wait until it's no longer running, or start your own instance to prevent people from popping in at the end. Keep battling waves of mobs just like now, with each wave getting a bit harder. After X amount of waves are cleared, it spawns a boss. Give a chance for a major artifact drop from the boss and major XP award. After the boss is defeated, the point cannot be reactivated until everyone leaves the zone. I realize the size of the team means nothing's ever going to get done, but hey, I'd still like to request this. And stuff like this might be possible with the size of the team, but I believe it's a feature that could really add a nice element to the game and change something that can be rather dull into something that is exciting and possibly rewarding beyond just XP.
Yes.
Well, you are a wish dragon, so make a wish.
So, where does he get an idea like that? Maybe,
I mean, we've come up with lots.
Ultima Online, champ spawns.
We've suggested all kinds of things related to control points.
Well, if control points were what they were originally supposed to be, they might have made for some fun gameplay. But
absolutely.
Tina, absolutely. It was supposed to control movement between regions. But no, people complain, I gotta go through the control point. This takes too long. I've got to do an extra 3 load scenes just to get to the other side. Yeah.
Well, that's because ain't shit optimized, and that's why it still takes a minute to load into scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, load time's not optimized, assets not optimized, game not optimized means much longer waiting for things that should not take that long.
Katumis, to be fair, loading took 5 hours per scene then.
Yes.
To be fair, most of those people were still running on spinny drives. That's why they were having problems, Katumis. Anybody who was running solid state back in the day wasn't having that problem. These days,
still
almost
loaded like 45 seconds to a minute, but that's their optimization issues.
Contra Dragon, well, 10 years later, computers are faster, have more RAM, and solid state drives by default, which is what the real big changer was. I know because I had spinny drives, I upgraded to solid state drives, and that solved a lot of my problems, aside from having a decent graphics card.
I'm stuck in loading because I AFK'd timeout, and it took me about 30 seconds to reload the scene.
Yeah. All right, let's read this, and then we'll get back to the comments real quick.
Which one was I on?
The second one?
I think this would be a great change to improve control point gameplay. It increases the need for group play to gain XP while providing an alternative that serves the same purpose as the tornadoes. Yeah, make them like champ spawns on UO. You would also need someone to actually change the AI for the mobs.
Absolutely.
That way they did shit. Add more skills to them. Add more resistances. Not just amp up their hit points and strength by adding another 0, which was the Chris method of making things more difficult.
It was
Yes.
every time somebody found a way to beat his as intended.
Yeah.
I'll give you the good one. Hey, I'm gonna make it so that when you're an archer and you shoot from the top down, you score more damage. Oh, wait, you're using that and you're killing everything and you're not having to fight because I programmed it that way. So now we can't
Yeah.
do that because I'm a fool and I don't know what the heck I was thinking by giving you the ability to do that. So we're just going to put walls up there where you can't go up there and do that anymore. That made absolutely zero freaking sense.
Yes.
Sentinel, allowing guilds to take them over and gain a bonus would be nice. Yes, the original
Yeah.
concept of control
Well,
points was a guild can control your access to and from different points of the world, and guilds could actually um, say, hey, this area of the map is ours. If you want to pass, you either have to pay a
well,
toll or you have to beat us.
that would have also required them to actually be PvP zones.
Well, that's easy enough to
But
program,
that I mean, then you'd also need meaningful PvP and a bunch of other things. Yeah, and this is all Shroud of the Half-Atar, where things are half thought through and half developed.
Sentinel says, Chris's method has inspired me to play other games, MMO as archers, and then run
Run
away.
away.
I
Yeah.
actually saw a guy who was doing a run through. Somebody posted it in our Discord a couple weeks ago. Somebody doing their, take on Shroud of the Avatar. And the guy seemed really, really surprised that his archer could kite and shoot at the same time. Like it was some new feature in video games, which just made my mind wobble. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You're intrigued by the fact that you can run and shoot. Can't you do that in most video games as an archer? Or I mean, that's been my experience. Is that especially in a lot of these newer games, is you can actually move, shoot, and that's what you do. Otherwise, you might as well be a swordsman. Yeah, well, again, you can do it in just about every other game. Again, I got to use Take Two's Red Dead Redemption. I got to take GTA where you're using a firearm instead of a bow, and all sorts of other games. What's the one? Cyberpunk. You can move and shoot, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the norm. So I was surprised when this guy seemed like, this was some kind of unique skill in a game.
You can move and shoot on Red Dead.
I already said that, yes.
Oh, okay.
God math, man.
Yep. It's said that even bosses in the late game here have high magic resistance, like the Frost Giant, the Elemental bosses, the Spider Queen. Yeah, well, is it's I'm gonna go back to my necromancer, okay? If I am an undead mage and I have high skills, when I walk into a dungeon with undead, the undead should bow down and fucking worship me, not attack me. It should be the exact opposite of a healer. If I walk in there, they should not want to harm me because of my skills, but we never make things like that as realistic as they should be. Also, I believe that raising the undead should have been something that even if you killed them, you should be able to take and raise them and make them part of your party, or your little army, and have them fight by your side instead of just being, you know, stupid, brainless enemies. But that should, that shouldn't be self-explanatory. But meanwhile, Shroud of the Confused. But it's that
Yes.
time, Jack, for us to pull our final giveaways, get out of here for today, and get on with life.
Okay,
So,
let's see who's getting a streamer bundle for me. That's going to be Conjurer Dragon again.
Sentinel! Sentinel, you are getting my streamer bundle. Congratulations.
And that is in the mailbox of a bear now. Then my Steam key going to be going to Whip. Whip is getting a copy of Revita, which is a $17 game.
Nice.
Congratulations there.
All right, final giveaway of the day. Hemnu. Hemnu, you are the winner as I go to the mystery game key grab bag. And let's see what we've got for you. Hemnu, you're going to get a copy of Balarum. Balarum on Steam. Looks interesting.
Yes.
And Balarum is looks like it's a $15 game, $14.99. An old school turn-based open world RPG with deep tactical combat. Going out to Hemnu. So congratulations to you. And of course, thank you all for joining us. Don't forget Hemnu's new morning stream every day preceding our stream. So if you want to get up on your Shroud stuff, you can start with Hemnu in the mornings and pick up with us in the afternoons and get all sorts of great Shroud stuff happening. But meanwhile, time for us to get out of here for today. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Lomir.
Yeah, I'm Hamden.
And this is NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.